A lot of times we believe that education, innovation, and creativity is the means by which Africa is going to come out of poverty. However, sometimes we forget that a Eurocentric, Western-centric education system can be a means of control, and it can be a means by which we as Africans are kept as administrators and curators of the very same system that we are trying to escape. So right now we are under a new system of colonization where Western nations have got biotech companies that are developing biotech products that are to control African food supply. And by this, I'm talking about genetically modified foods. Genetically modified foods are being marketed to African countries as a means to liberate Africa's food supply, but it is also a means to control Africa's food supply. So you look at a situation where South Africa, 97% of our maize, 95% of our wheat, and 90% of our soybeans is genetically modified. And so what that essentially means is that our staple foods that humans live off, and also the same foods that form the basis of our animal feed, belong to foreign companies and foreign countries. And the people that have proliferated these very same genetically modified seeds onto the African continent are our most educated people, our scientists, our biochemists, and our biologists who have said that we need genetically modified seeds in order to boost food production on the African continent. But I am worried that African scientists have not questioned these theories. Zimbabwe was the food basket of Africa, but it never used genetically modified seeds. How was it able to outproduce South Africa, yet it never used GMOs? And right now we say that GMOs are advantageous because they can resist drought, but this year South Africa will have to order 7 million tons of maize and wheat, although we've been growing supposedly genetically modified food crops which are supposed to be drought resistant. Is there truth in the theories that our experts, our scientists, and our students have been taught in Africa? Africans come across and say we need genetically modified foods because we need to produce enough food for the rest, for our people and our growing populations. But yet the world already currently produces enough food to feed 14 billion people on a world that, on a continent, on a planet that has less than 7 billion citizens. And a majority of that food is thrown away into the sea and into landfills so that we can keep the prices of food down. So why are our scientists, our educated Africans, listening to all these things, information about why we need this technology, but without considering the true reasons why GMOs were created? Why don't they ever look at the true reason? Why do they always listen to what they are told? Why don't they ever explore the true reason that these genetically modified crops were made? And remember that this has happened before. When the white man came onto this continent, he brought with him the Bible, alcohol, gunpowder, and a few things that he used to fool our chiefs with. And at that time, our chiefs were convinced to let go of their land and to enslave their own people sometimes on the basis that there will be benefits for them. Are we not in exactly the same situation now with genetically modified foods, where we think that there are benefits for us as Africans, but in truth, there's only benefit for the Western nations that are bringing these? What could be good about seeds that you cannot store and regrow next year? What could be good about seeds that have got genetic use restrictions, not allowing you to keep the seeds and regrow them next year? And if your small-scale farmers cannot regrow crops, if your small-scale farmers cannot replant a crop next year and they have to go and buy new crops every single season, for who is the benefit? And if genetically modified seeds are put in a country and they cross-pollinate and destroy the organic seeds of that country, and they destroy the national seed stock of a nation for you to be dependent on a foreign government's seeds, how smart is that? We need to start thinking. And you, our intellectuals, you need to stop being brainwashed, and you need to stop regurgitating what it is that you're fed by your principles. Start thinking, start researching, start experimenting, and start looking at the national interest in everything that you do.